as soon as the horses came back, the trumpeters were the first ones to go on. Now, I wasn't well, I had a dose of the flu, and I missed the first two riding school instructions. It was a bit worrying because, and then I went along with the barracks to get on the horse for the first time. Now, I've read stories about these American people who made friends with their horse, you know. Trigger, that's it. Trigger, see? They make friends. So I went into it, you couldn't buy candy, because candy then wasn't yet back in Britain in the war. But you could buy a sort of a throat sweet, which is a licorice stick. So I bought a packet of that. When I got in the room where the horse was, not the room, stable. When I got in the stable where the horse was, there was a big notice up: do not feed the horse under any circumstance. I thought, well, a bit of licorice. So I gave this thing some licorice, and he took it up the tree. Then, as soon as he'd eaten it, I was told to go out for inspection. And I had to lead this thing. It was a massive great horse. I was like this, holding him, you know, leading him out. And I'm standing by waiting for inspection. I looked at him, and the licorice was dripping. I remember the notice. So I quickly got my handkerchief out, so wiped his nose.
But these were your...
It was a bit of a disaster. My other friend, who was an old soldier, been in the regiment for years, he said to me, you notice the Queen never smiles. She can't smile because she has an enamel face. I said, God, I never said. He said, well, you see when she comes in, you'll see she's got a certain look on her face like this, and she can't change it because it's enamel. Anyway, I'm standing, we're still in a sort of gangway like this. I'm blowing this way, and he's down this way blowing towards me as the old lady comes to the middle. The first disaster was I'd forgotten my gloves, white gloves. You can't see them on there, but of course I had white gloves. And I thought, this picture's going to be on the front of the paper tomorrow. And there was a girl standing over with a pair of little white lace gloves. So I said, you know that? Yes, she said, so she'll lend me this. And I put it on and I pulled the sleeve down as much as I could, so I could hold the trumpet like this. Nobody noticed. The Queen went by, and sure enough, where the enamel finished, you could see all the lines in here. But there's the eye.
Now, Norm, you said your parents were officers. This is your family, and you've got a lovely family there for your wedding. You're married to Jill,
yeah.
And for many years you ministered together, and this is a lovely remembrance.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you about this, though. He's not going to tell you. Jill said to him, okay. Jill said to him, you're going to wear your uniform, aren't you? And he said, oh, yes, of course. And he comes walking down the aisle in his red bandsman tunic instead of his state dress like she expected.
All those sort of things. We had to write down what we were going to do. Well, I must confess I wasn't keen about any of those things. I hadn't got anything down. A friend of mine who was in training, a Danish cadet called Jorgensen, Chris Jorgensen. He said to me, have you got any ideas, Norm? No, I said, not an idea. He said, I've got a good one. I said, well, what is it? He said, well, what we do is you go in uniform and I'll go in civilian clothes, and we'll go to a bus, a double-decker bus in London. You'll see those big double-decker red buses. Incidentally, there was smoke upstairs in those buses, should you wish to smoke. He said, what we'll do, we'll go there, we'll get on the bus, up where it starts, and we'll come up to Marble Arch, right in the middle of London. And you go upstairs and sit at the front of the bus, and I'll go upstairs and sit at the back. And when the bus is full, I'll start asking you questions about the Salvation Army. I was in uniform and he was in civilian clothes. Oh, I said, I'm not very happy about that. He said, we've got a better idea? No, I said, I haven't. So he and I went to a place called Shepherd's Bush and got on the bus. What am I doing? We got upstairs, the smoke was so thick, you couldn't believe it. I went and sat right at the front of the bus, looking out the front window, and Chris at the back. And we're going along, and I'm dreading hearing his voice. All of a sudden I hear, "Oi! Salvation Army!" So I thought I'll give him a minute, I just ignored him a bit. So I didn't answer him. They went, "Oi! Salvation Army!" By now I'm feeling terrible. So I just looked out the window like he wasn't there. A few minutes later, the bus conductor came up, because you used to have conductors on the bus there. He said to me, "Is that man annoying you?"